They steal our grace. These monsters wear a human face. No gavel, no badge, no throne, no crown can stop Lord Chippy from burning them down. Justice ain't fast, justice ain't clean. It's a long, sharp road through the in-between. So raise your fists and light your flames. Chippy's coming and he don't play games.
Hey guys, it's Mo, and well, Lord Chippy just found his new very special guest because this jackass decided to, you know, be a pro-mortalist, whatever the hell gobbledygook that is, basically giving him the right in his mind to go and, bomb a fertility clinic, an IVF clinic. Again, the thought that, you know, people who are struggling to get pregnant may have only 1 or 2 embryos, 1 or 2 eggs, 1 or 2 samples, and those being gone. I mean, can you imagine the devastation that is? And I get that maybe not everyone agrees with IVF, but having watched people struggle mightily and through thousands and thousands of dollars and procedures, and to have some jackass who decides that people don't consent to being born, you didn't consent to being a well, I didn't consent to you being a jackass. I Palm Spring IVF clinic bomber ID'd as Guy Edward Bartkus, a quote unquote pro-mortalist who opposed people being born without their consent. Who the hell has ever had consent to be born? This absolute genetic dead end needs to be found, and well, just what a ugh, stupid 12-year-old looking weirdo. A 25-year-old self-described pro-mortalist has been identified as the attacker who detonated a car bomb outside of a fertility clinic in Palm Spring on Saturday. Now, he did not survive blowing up his car. I guess Darwin helped us, allegedly in Minecraft. And look, I know that he has a family, he has a mom, he has a dad, and I extend my deepest, sympathies. You lost a son, but he was also trying to take out other people's families. And you play with chemistry, you don't know chemistry, you get your own prizes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you lost a son, but I got nothing more to say about that. But he also injured 4 other people, according to sources. Guy Edward Bartkus of 29 Palms is believed to have detonated the explosive device in his car outside American Reproductive Centers, which performs IVF treatment, egg collection, and other procedures, law enforcement told the New York Post. Now, Bartkus is allegedly described his fanatical pro-death beliefs in written and recorded manifestos as being against people bringing people into the world without their consent to spare them a future of suffering. Well, what a stupid little nihilist you were. Did you prove your point to yourself, in the hereafter? I feel immensely sad for this person who couldn't find any joy in any aspect of life other than, being cynical and sneering at it and sneering at the efforts of people trying to have children. It makes no sense to me. Now, on Saturday, FBI agents swarmed his home and evacuated the neighborhood, declaring it a blast zone over concerns that he might have left leftover explosive behind. During a late-night press conference, Akil Davis, assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office, confirmed that the agency was handling the investigation, but declined to say whether the raid was directly connected to the recent fatal explosion outside of the IVF clinic in Palm Springs. Now, the FBI has confirmed that the suspect was the sole fatality in the bombing. And I guess of all the things that you could wish for in this situation, that's probably the best you can get. Again, condolences extended to his family. I know you probably remember him as a baby boy, so I respect that, but he kinda did some dick stuff, so condolences extended, but there you have it. Now, tactical teams, armored vehicles, including bomb squad units and full gear, surrounded the home. Those on the ground heard a loud bang and officials yelling, "Fire in the hole," which is common during a controlled detonation. Now, the home is located about an hour away from American Reproductive Centers, where the explosion has been labeled as an intentional act of terrorism by the FBI. Now, firefighters responded to the blast at the reproductive health facility at around 1 a.m. Debris and broken glass could be seen strewn all over the street in front of the center, while firefighters worked outside, according to photos and videos on the scene. Now, there you have it. I mean, it's pretty extensive damage. Hopefully, none of the labs, none of the sample rooms were destroyed. Now, unconfirmed reports on social media claimed that smoldering body parts were found on the scene. Obviously, they're not going to publicize that. That's a little too graphic. Smoke was visible over the town. Residents told the Desert Sun that they smelled a strange odor following the explosion, which was felt up to 3 miles away. Police found 2 rifles, an AK-47 and an AR style rifle, along with ammunition next to the exploded vehicle, according to an internal briefing obtained by the LA Times. So, I mean, this does look like pretty catastrophic, at least cosmetic damage and going. I mean, these are external, look, I'm not a constructionologist, but I'm guessing you need the outside walls of a building. So it looks like they got a little, just a scotch, exploded. Thomas Thomas Bickle, Thomas Bickle, okay, taxi driver, his cousin. A nearby resident told ABC7 about the moments deputies knocked on his door and told him he had to leave his home. There was just a bunch of sheriff's deputies going door to door telling everyone to leave, Bickle said. Now, there wasn't a whole lot of activity, like, at that point. None of it was closed down yet. My little house happened to be the closest to the house that they're investigating, so I was one of the first ones to get evacuated. Bickle said the situation left him, shaken, especially considering how close his family was to potential, exploding. I have kids and they come and hang out at the house sometimes, so knowing that someone was building an explosive so close to me where my kids and I are is pretty scary. Now, the FBI has not yet confirmed that the materials, any materials of an explosive nature were found there. I Y'all, people are losing hope. I don't know what happened in his life that made it to where he couldn't enjoy one single thing. Yes, life is going to be full of struggles. You are going to have good days. You are going to have bad days. You are going to have sucky, like all the suck days. But usually there's one or two things: your kids, your family, a hobby, a friend, a book series, something that keeps you going, the beauty of nature. And, if you're having a hard time right now, if you feel like everything is going down and, you're not going to get through, I can tell you, you will. One step and then another. Don't write manifestos, okay? I, y- you know, how many nice, adjusted people have you seen write a manifesto? None. So if you're tempted to write a manifesto, talk to someone. Talk to someone, please, because we don't need no more manifestos out here. That being said, as always, be kind to yourself. And, well, justice is a journey, but Lord Chippy awaits. And apparently, sometimes, if you're the irony of a pro-mortalist dying in the attempt to destroy unborn life, it just, I don't know. I'm sure Alanis Morissette will sing about it fairly soon. I mean, look, 2025 needs a new "Isn't It Ironic?" That being said, I will catch y'all later. Bye, you guys.